Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another collection video for you. As you see from the title, I'm going to be showing you my bigger eyeshadow palettes. I will be filming my small ones as well, and they will see more kind of quads and stuff like that, but this is my bigger palettes. And grab a snack and something to drink, because we might be here for a while. If you want to see my big eyeshadow collection, like my bigger palettes, then please keep on watching. First off, I have this really old, I think this is like, this has to be like 6 or 7 years old. This is the Urban Decay Book of Shadows 4 that my sister bought me right when I started to love makeup. And this, I've saved this only because of nostalgic memories. It opens up like this, and then like this. And here's the shadows. I haven't played with this much at all, and I don't know why. This doesn't smell bad, and I swatched one of them earlier, so I might be able to use this again. I've even saved the carton box. I think this is probably one of my first eyeshadow palettes that I ever owned. So that's why I'm saving it, and my sister bought it for me for my birthday, I think. So that was that. Then I have this Too Faced eyeshadow palette that's from a Christmas collection 3 or 4 years ago. It looks like this. It has some face products as well. I haven't played with this that much either. I might do that. Yeah, they are a bit powdery, but they look pretty good. Bought this off of Sephora, a Sephora sale, as I said, a couple of years ago now. These are in one of my drawers that's hardly ever used. Let me see if I can get some wipes again. Okay, that was 2 larger palettes. Then I have, let me see, I have these 2 from Revolution. This is the Redemption palette, Icon 3 and Icon 1, and these are supposed to dupe the Urban Decay Naked palettes. Here's how the 1 look. I've used this a little bit, and here's how the 3 look. I've used this a little bit more. I do like the Revolution formula. These are also quite old, so I don't use them that much. Sorry for the noise, they are doing some construction outside. Then I have this Hard Candy Top 10 eyeshadow collection in Green with Envy. This is 3 years old, and I don't think I've ever used it. I don't know why, actually. I don't have any reason not to use this. I mean, they look pretty good. So I might be diving into that soon. Yeah. Let me see, what else do we have? I have one Lottie London palette. This is in the Rusts. I have used this on my channel. I do like this. It's quite a neutral palette, but it's gorgeous. I think it's gorgeous even though it's neutral. Good pigmentation. It's not that expensive. I love Lottie London blushes, as you know, and her eyeshadow palettes aren't bad either. Then I have this oldie from NYX. This is the NYX Golden Horizon palette. This is with baked shadows. I've used this a little bit, not that much either, because this was a bit patchy in the pigment, I remember. So I haven't played with it that much since I first got it. I mean, it swatches okay, but it's not like the best pigment I've ever seen. But I do like NYX eyeshadows in general. Yeah, this was the Golden Horizon, but it's like a it's called the Dreamcatcher palette. I think this was like a set of collection that they released a couple of years ago. I have one Makeup Forever palette. This is the 9 Artist Shadow palette. This is the one with all the colors in it. This is absolutely stunning. I've used that green blue shade a lot of times actually. Let me swatch that. This is an all shimmer palette. I really was looking into buying the other one that they released, but I haven't gotten around to, and I'm not sure if they are available anymore. There's the bluish green shade that actually looks bluish and brown. Absolutely stunning. Makeup Forever shadows, this is the only one I have from them, and I don't have any singles, but they perform really good. I just get thrown off by the fact that it's an all shimmer palette. I don't know why, but I should really use it. I'm actually going to redo some stuff on my table, and then I will keep this out so that I can use it more often. Then I have this from Flower Beauty, and this is the Shimmer and Shade eyeshadow palette in Golden Natural. This is from last year, I think, but this is just a normal neutral palette. Neutral is not really my thing anymore. I've been loving and diving into darker shades, not darker shades, more colorful shades, but this has beautiful pigment and are quite easy to blend actually. Yeah, that was the Flower Beauty one. I saw that she has released some more eyeshadow palettes with some colors in them, so I'm actually going to check those out when I go to the US this summer, because I will be going. I think we're going in July. Then I have my beloved Too Faced chocolate bar that is broken. I love this palette. I have loved this palette since the first time I saw it. This is one of my favorite neutral palettes. I have actually hit pan on that shade, and that's because that shade is absolutely stunning. I also love the darker purple one and this purple one that looks like that and that. It's a really pretty palette. I could really recommend this if you would love to do neutral looks. This is the old packaging and the old the old packaging, because mine doesn't have any shade names, but it's the newer packaging when it's smaller than most. It's smaller than it used to be, but I don't have it with names on. That was what I was trying to say. Then I have 3 sleek palettes. I have decluttered some, but they are still in my collection, but they are on top of the shelf because they are quite old and my eyes are quite sensitive. But I have the one called Celestial that looks like this. I do love sleek eyeshadows though. I think they're really great. But mine is a couple of years old and they have started to smell a bit chemically. This is Snapshots. I don't think I have used these. As I said, the sleek eyeshadows are so good. It's just that they smell a bit chemically, and I don't know, my eyes are quite sensitive, so I'm not sure that I want to risk it. But I've kept these because these doesn't smell as bad as my other ones, and that one I just swatched, I haven't used, so... But now that I've put my fingers in it, I should use it before it goes bad. And then I have one more. This is the Ultra Matte version 2. It looks like this. This I have used a bit. This is like 10 years old. And back then the matte eyeshadows weren't that easy to blend, so that one is not that easy to blend. Then I have the Dirty Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the first one. That's not the second. This is the second one or something like that. Mine didn't come with a sheet, so I'm not sure what they are called. But I have loved this quite. I have used this quite a lot actually, but and I will keep it. But it's a quite neutral palette, and you know that I'm much more into color these days. And then I have the BH Cosmetics Shan XO palette that looks like this. It's 9 eyeshadows and 9 lip colors. I have not touched the lip colors, but I've used the eyeshadow palette quite some... I've used the eyeshadow palette a few times. I think these are pretty good as well. It's a bit natural once again. I have the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, still in the packaging. I've used this on my channel twice, I think. This is awesome. I love this palette actually. It comes with a big mirror and all the shades you could ever use. I think that I will be bringing this when I travel actually, because it's such a versatile palette. I do really like the formula of this one. So happy that I bought this. So as you can see, I have quite a few palettes that are a bit older, and maybe that's boring for you that I have a lot, that I don't buy that much new stuff. I have the Colourpop Dreamstick palette with Kathleen Lights. I've used this twice. I think this is pretty okay. Here you have 2 of the shimmers swatched, and here you have one of the mattes. It's okay, you need to do your eyes before you do your base with this one, I think. But there you have those colors. It's... Did I throw it away? It's a nice palette. I do love Colourpop eyeshadow formula. Yeah. So that was the Dream Street palette. Also quite new to my collection, bought it last year. I have the Colourpop Yes Please palette. And it looks like this. This is absolutely gorgeous actually. This one I do really like. I mean the yellow shimmer in this and the orange shimmer in this. And also like the matte orange peachy shade. Gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. That was the Colourpop Yes Please. Okay, let's dig into these two. I have 2 of the NYX Perfect Filter ones. I have this one, which is the Olive Hue, and then I have the Rustic Antiques. This is that warm-toned orange red palette. Like it. And this is more of a green palette. Like this a lot as well. Then I have 2 of the Revolution Reloaded palettes. This is the Iconic Division. This is a green, orange and brown palette. It's pretty good. And then I have the Neutrals 2, which is a pink purple with some mattes and shimmers. This I actually love. as I said, I do like the Revolution formula. I think they do pretty good shades. Here is 3 shimmers. Good. Let me swatch one matte. And there's the matte one. So this is a pretty good palettes, and they don't cost that much. So if you're pretty new to the makeup community and you want something that's worth the money but doesn't cost that much, check out Revolution and Sleek and NYX. They do pretty good eyeshadows actually. Then I have this Nevin Cosmetics Daydream eyeshadow palette. This is the Swedish indie makeup brand that I was talking about in my highlight collection. They have unfortunately closed their shop, but it looks like this. I've used this once. It comes with a little mirror. I did really like this palette. Here we go. There's one matte and one shimmer. So I did like this one. It's sad to see that they have closed, because that was the only Swedish indie brand that I was aware of. Yeah, so that was that. Then let me show you. Now I only have indie palettes left. As I said, there will be a smaller eyeshadow palette collection, and I think I will talk about my single eyeshadows in that as well. But let's move on to all of my indie makeup palettes. And when I'm looking at this in front of me, I realized that I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I didn't before. First up is the Juvia's Masquerade palette, and I bought this in a big size. It is absolutely gorgeous. I've used this 3 times or something like that. I should use this more. Maybe I should do a palette bingo with this. Let me know. I have the Zulu palette, also by Juvia's. This I've used. I love. I have the Deuce. This was also gorgeous. I do really love the Juvia's Place formula. I can actually really recommend. I have the Warrior palette. This is one of my favorite neutral palettes, just as the Too Faced one and then as the Nubian one that I have. Gorgeous. Don't know if you want swatches, but I can. These are 2 of the shimmer shades in the Warrior palette. Then we have the Tribe palette, which is her newest release. We have a matte green that didn't watch that well, and a duochrome shimmer green. Then we have the Nubian palette, which I've done a look on as well, which is one of my favorite neutral palettes also. And it looks like this. It's just a neutral palette. But it's really pretty. There you have 2 of the shades. My hand is getting a bit stained. Then we have 2 blush Tribe palettes. I have the Paulina and the Hasina 2, but this is the Paulina palette. Also absolutely gorgeous. Since I don't wear eyeshadows every day, I haven't played with this that much. And this is the Hasina 2. Also awesome. This is an UK-based indie brand that I've come to love. Then we have the 2 newest ones to my collection. The the Menagerie Cosmetics, the Feral palette. And also the Michalou Witchcraft palette. And it looks like this. So these are all of my bigger eyeshadows. these are all of my bigger eyeshadow palettes. I forgot one thing. I also have the Volt. The Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Volt. I keep forgetting about those. Let me show you. First we have Bling Boss. It's the purple one. Then we have Ring the Alarm, which is the red and orange. Then we have Armed and Gorgeous. And last but not least we have Dark Magic. There is all of my bigger eyeshadow palettes. Please let me know in the comments down below if there's anything you want me to go in more depth on, or if you want a specific look with any of the palettes. Please subscribe if you have not already, and give this video a thumbs up, and until I make another one, you guys please take care. Bye!